Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to all our hearts: lasting relationships. We all crave that deep connection, that unwavering support, that partnership that stands the test of time. But building a strong, healthy relationship isn't always easy. It takes work, communication, and a conscious effort to avoid common pitfalls. So today, we're going to explore 5 crucial mistakes that can sabotage even the most promising relationships, and more importantly, how to steer clear of them. So grab your notepad, settle in, and let's unlock the secrets to a love that lasts. First up, mistake number 1, neglecting communication. Now, this might seem obvious, but it's surprising how often it gets overlooked. Communication isn't just about talking. It's about truly listening, understanding, and expressing yourself clearly. Think of it as the lifeblood of your relationship. When communication breaks down, resentment builds, misunderstandings fester, and distance grows. Imagine a scenario. One partner feels overwhelmed at work, but doesn't express it to the other. The other partner, unaware of the stress, interprets their partner's silence as disinterest or anger. This can lead to unnecessary arguments and hurt feelings. Effective communication prevents these kinds of scenarios. So, how do you avoid this mistake? The key is to prioritize open and honest communication. Schedule regular check-ins with your partner, even if it's just for 15 minutes each day. Ask them how they're feeling, what's on their mind, and really listen to their response. Practice active listening, which means paying attention not just to the words they're saying, but also to their body language and tone of voice. Validate their feelings, even if you don't agree with them. Saying something like, "I understand why you're feeling that way," can go a long way. Another crucial aspect of communication is expressing your own needs and desires clearly and respectfully. Don't expect your partner to be a mind reader. Use I statements to avoid blaming or accusing. For example, instead of saying, "You never help out around the house," try saying, "I feel overwhelmed when I have to do all the chores myself. Could we find a way to divide them more evenly?" Remember, communication is a two-way street. It requires both partners to be willing to listen, understand, and express themselves authentically. Now let's move on to mistake number 2, failing to prioritize quality time. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life. Work, family obligations, social commitments, they all demand our attention. But if you're not careful, your relationship can easily fall to the bottom of the priority list, and that's a recipe for disaster. Quality time isn't just about being in the same room as your partner. It's about being fully present and engaged with them. It's about putting away your phones, turning off the TV, and focusing on each other. It's about creating shared experiences and making memories together. Think about what activities you and your partner both enjoy. Maybe it's going for walks in nature, cooking together, watching movies, or playing games. Whatever it is, make a conscious effort to schedule regular date nights or quality time activities. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant or expensive. The most important thing is that you're spending time together, connecting on a deeper level, and reaffirming your bond. Remember those early days of your relationship when you couldn't get enough of each other? Try to recapture that spark by doing things that you used to enjoy together. Maybe it's revisiting your favorite restaurant, going dancing, or simply cuddling on the couch and talking. And don't forget the power of simple gestures, like holding hands, giving a hug, or saying, "I love you." These small acts of affection can make a big difference in maintaining a strong connection. All right, let's tackle mistake number 3, holding on to resentment. Resentment is like a slow burning fire that can gradually consume a relationship from the inside out. It arises when one partner feels that they've been wronged or unfairly treated, and they hold on to that anger and bitterness over time. Maybe your partner forgot your birthday, or they made a hurtful comment, or they consistently fail to keep their promises. Whatever the reason, If you don't address these issues and let go of the resentment, it will eventually poison your relationship. Resentment can manifest in various ways, such as passive-aggressive behavior, sarcastic remarks, or outright hostility. It creates a wall between you and your partner, making it difficult to connect emotionally and resolve conflicts constructively. So, how do you avoid this mistake? The key is to address issues as they arise, rather than letting them fester. Don't sweep things under the rug or hope that they'll magically disappear. Have open and honest conversations with your partner about your feelings. Use I statements to express your concerns without blaming or accusing. For example, instead of saying, "You always forget my birthday," try saying, "I felt hurt when you forgot my birthday. It made me feel like you don't care about me." It's also important to learn to forgive. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning your partner's behavior, but it does mean letting go of the anger and resentment that you're holding on to. It's about choosing to move forward and rebuild trust. If you're struggling to forgive, consider seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor. Moving on to mistake number 4, ignoring intimacy. Intimacy is more than just sex. It's about emotional closeness, vulnerability, and connection. It's about feeling seen, understood, and accepted by your partner. And it's a vital ingredient for a lasting and fulfilling relationship. When intimacy fades, couples can start to feel like roommates rather than lovers. Life stressors, busy schedules, and unresolved conflicts can all contribute to a decline in intimacy. It's easy to let physical affection fall by the wayside when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. But neglecting intimacy can have serious consequences for your relationship. So, how do you avoid this mistake? The key is to prioritize intimacy in all its forms. Make time for physical affection, such as cuddling, kissing, and holding hands. Schedule regular date nights where you can focus on each other and reconnect emotionally. Be vulnerable with your partner by sharing your thoughts, feelings, and fears. Create opportunities for intimacy by engaging in activities that you both enjoy. Maybe it's taking a relaxing bath together, giving each other massages, or simply spending time talking and listening to each other. And don't forget about the importance of sexual intimacy. While it's not the only form of intimacy, it's an important part of a romantic relationship. Talk to your partner about your sexual needs and desires. Experiment with new things and find ways to keep the spark alive. Remember, intimacy is a two-way street. It requires both partners to be willing to be vulnerable, affectionate, and engaged. Finally, let's discuss mistake number 5, avoiding conflict. Now I know what you're thinking. Conflict is bad, we should avoid it at all costs. But the truth is, conflict is a normal and inevitable part of any relationship. It's how you handle conflict that determines whether it strengthens or weakens your bond. Avoiding conflict altogether might seem like a good idea in the short term, but it's actually a recipe for disaster in the long run. When you suppress your feelings and avoid addressing issues, they tend to fester and grow over time. Eventually, they'll erupt in a way that's much more damaging than if you had addressed them in the first place. So, how do you avoid this mistake? The key is to learn how to manage conflict constructively. This means approaching disagreements with respect, empathy, and a willingness to compromise. Avoid name-calling, yelling, or stonewalling. Instead, focus on expressing your feelings and needs in a calm and assertive manner. Listen to your partner's perspective and try to understand their point of view. Look for solutions that work for both of you. Remember, conflict doesn't have to be a destructive force in your relationship. It can actually be an opportunity for growth and intimacy. By learning how to manage conflict effectively, you can strengthen your bond, deepen your understanding of each other, and create a more resilient relationship. Don't be afraid to seek professional help from a therapist or counselor if you're struggling to manage conflict on your own. So, there you have it. 5 common mistakes that can sabotage a lasting relationship, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Remember, Building a strong, healthy relationship takes work, communication, and a conscious effort to avoid these pitfalls. But the rewards are well worth the effort. A lasting relationship can bring you joy, support, and a sense of belonging that enriches every aspect of your life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.